Prosecutors are asking for the Mickey Stines murder trial to be moved, and transportation planners are looking for public input on plans to improve Pikeville's Town Mountain Road. I'm Nick Collum, and this is the Mountaintop Daily. Prosecutors want the murder trial of former Letcher County Sheriff Sean Mickey Stines moved out of Letcher County and nearby areas. Stines is accused of killing District Judge Kevin Mullins last September. Prosecutors argue widespread publicity and personal ties to both men make a fair trial impossible locally. As evidence, prosecutors included 53 pages of news articles from local and national sources as well as their comment sections. The judge will decide on the request after hearing from the defense. Pikeville's Town Mountain Road will be getting some upgrades, but before they happen, planners want to hear your thoughts. Transportation Cabinet District 12 is planning an event to take public comment on what needs to be improved. I went to District 12 today to learn more about the project. Kentucky Transportation Cabinet District 12 is inviting the public to offer input on the upcoming Town Mountain Road reconstruction project. A meeting will be held on Thursday, September 11th at the Troubadour in Pikeville from 4 to 7 p.m., where members of the public are invited to propose ideas and help gather information to help the process move along steadily. The Cabinet is still in the early planning stages for the project and hopes to have said plans lined out by the end of the year.
There's approximately 4,000 cars a day that travel on this road, and it is geometrically insufficient. There's lots of bad curves, narrow lanes, and the goal of this project is to improve it to it's mostly safety. So the purpose of the public meeting would be for the public to come out and see what we are proposing and to make any kind of comments that they would have that would might improve what we're wanting to do. It also helps us verify property owner information, and then it gives everybody a chance to see what we are proposing.
No money or labor can go into the project until an environmental document has been approved. It could take up to several years before construction begins.
We are in the preliminary design phase, and the environmental is part of that. We've been working on the environmental since January of this year and hope to be concluded by the end of this year. We cannot spend any money until we have an approved environmental document. So once we do have the approved document, we can start the right-of-way process and the utility process. And, those could take at least a year, maybe a little longer. And then construction would hopefully start as soon as the right-of-way is acquired and the utilities are relocated.
Coming up after the break, a Kentucky Power employee used his work skills to prevent a house fire from becoming much worse. You'll meet him when the Mountaintop Daily continues. But first, sports and weather.
This Mountaintop Sports Report for Tuesday, I'm Brittany Rowe reporting. Congratulations to the following football teams on winning their games in the 40th Annual Pike County Bowl: Martin County, Belfry, Prestonsburg, and Pikeville. Congratulations to Belfry's Dante Davis, Pike Central's Jonah Hicks, and Pikeville's Jaden Justice on being named the MVPs of the bowl. Mountaintop Sports will have coverage this week of boys All-A semifinal soccer action on Thursday at 8 p.m. at Bob Amos Park, live on Mountaintop TV, our free Mountaintop TV app, and our Mountaintop Sports Facebook page. On Friday, Pikeville will take on 1A rival Raceland at Hillard Howard Field. Mountaintop Sports had an opportunity to talk to running back of the Panthers, Jaden Justice, about the upcoming game.
Well, last time they came here, they did beat us. It was my freshman year, and I don't want that to happen again. It's really hard to play at Raceland, so I am glad it's here. Raceland's a good team this year, but I think we are too, and it's going to be a great game, I'm sure.
Sports fans can watch and listen to the game on Mountaintop TV, our free Mountaintop TV app, and our Mountaintop Sports Facebook page, and all Panther football can be heard on 93.1 WDHR. For the latest area high school and college sports news, remember to check us out at mountain-topsports.com or like and follow us on Facebook, X, and on TikTok. Reporting for Mountaintop Sports, I'm Brittany Rowe. Have a great Tuesday, sports fans.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
Have you ever tried calling for help? Can't get connected to customer service to only end up talking to a robot named Kevin? Yeah, we don't do that at Appalachian Wireless. You get real people, real service, right here in the mountains. We know your town, your road, and probably your mama too. With reliable coverage, affordable plans, and customer service that actually serves, it's time to ditch the big guys because there's no place like home. Visit us in-store or at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Kentucky Power employee Mark Elkins was recently putting in a routine day at work when he noticed smoke coming out from under the eaves of a house. Mark acted quickly, not only to warn the occupants inside who didn't know about the fire, but also to prevent the home from becoming completely destroyed. Robin spoke with him about his efforts, which prevented a bad situation from becoming much worse.
Last week, Mountaintop News received an email from Kentucky Power explaining that one of their employees helped save lives by disconnecting the meter on a house that was on fire.
So on that day, when I was, done my routine job, I saw smoke from a home coming oozing out the roof under the shingles, and it was coming out from a vent on the left side of the house, and I thought, that house is on fire. So I pulled in, and people really didn't know what was going on. I hollered and told them. They were still inside. I said, get everybody out. So I got everybody out. I went back to my truck. I got my safety equipment, hard hat, safety glasses. And I went to the right side of the home and I pulled the meter. By pulling the meter, that took the fuel from the fire because the fire was in the attic. I done what I could do that day, took the fuel from it, pulled the meter. The fire departments had already been called to responded, and they came and take care of the fire.
Thanks to Elkins' quick actions, the house was not a total loss. He credits the intensive safety training provided by Kentucky Power.
I've worked for Kentucky Power for over 21 years now, and that is consistent in a lot of training. A lot of on-hands training, a lot of PowerPoints. I started my career at Big Sandy Power Plant. My hat goes off those guys down there. I worked with them for a long time, and their safety is just as big as it is on distribution. AEP Kentucky Power is all about safety.
The homeowners were unavailable for comment. Elkins says that there are many measures that can be taken to prevent house fires.
A lot of fires happen during the winter that come from wall heaters. People set, clothing, furniture too close, stuff that can catch on fire. That's just a few tips of many that you can do to prevent fires. But the number one thing which registered in my mind, have your wiring inspected. Anything you can do like that, especially during the winter. If anybody has any questions, they can contact Kentucky Power and they will be glad to help you.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Robin Tillman.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Nick Collum for Mountaintop News.